banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, pitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Washington Huskies and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Tennessee started out strong, but limped to the finish line in the SEC last year, going just 4-4. There is work to be done. They did not get extra eligibility for their quarterback, but known as the quarterback whisperer, Josh Heupel looks to rebuild at Tennessee. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Volunteers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So the Washington Huskies offense will take the field first. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Got his man.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Handoff to the single back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Williams. Under fire. And they got it.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Bringing the heat. At the 35, he's open. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's third down. You just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run, pick up the first down, fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB.
Got a little grass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the lone back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, picking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They're going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people. And they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done, and they've been so good at it. And it's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually commit to the run game. They committed to Bishop last year. He got over 1,000 yards and looking to improve upon that this year.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. They'll move the tight end. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Hey, guys, that's not a surprise, is it? Watching tape coming into this football game, he can make things happen. He can run around you. He can run through you, just like you saw right there, break tackles. They will feature him early in this football game. They'll feature him often. He's one of their game breakers.
play action on first down. Gonna try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. The corners are walked up tight. Running inside, it's Bishop. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Vols pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Short gain on the play before he slides. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Here's a heat, and it's a sack. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And with the field goal, we are tied here in the second quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Play action with Williams. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to change this route. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Williams. Here's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
That's two really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man. Getting tackles for losses, getting sacks. It makes it easy to play defense. You know what else does? Forcing a 3rd and long where you know they got to throw the football like they got right here.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man. Here's a little room there. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Vols want to move quickly.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside at wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. You obviously lose Chris Brazzell, a big-time playmaker.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the ground, it's Bishop. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And it's no good. He missed it. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Throwing, Williams, on target. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Somehow fits it into that traffic. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. The offense defense changing the play. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. They're going to run it to the right. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Last drive ended after a long missed field goal, and they have it back ready to go to work. Tight end now in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Volunteers in the hurry up. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole.
Snags it, and he's open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw again. He's got the back in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Quick completion to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Here's a give to Washington. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here's Williams to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Quarterback may change this route. Williams from the gun on third down. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams, pressure coming. It's complete to the right, and he's still running after the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So an 82-yard drive there. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Defense playing a bail technique. They make the play, force a fourth down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. Now Washington uses this third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Heupel at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Wants to fire on second down. He'll throw it. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the ball's moving quickly to the line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes are.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Defense not showing press coverage. Pucks it out of the air. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Trying play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, and how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground with Washington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they've built the lead here today.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Williams gets it to him on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Oh, it's a reverse. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback's got the first. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more fit.
Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They go to the counter and tackled there by the defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man to the left. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Right on time, completes the slant. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Holds and fires complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
They'll run play action. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Punt is on its way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He might want another play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the back. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Breaks the tackle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Williams, pocket breaking down, scrambling to the left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down, no harm, no foul.
Third down from the gun, Williams. He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 15. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Maybe a crease. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Makes the grab. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. So they're facing third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Maybe some room here. Pins up. Touchdown, Tennessee. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. They'll give it to Washington. Could be an alley. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Vols will hustle to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Lets it fly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown Vols!
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him, if you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll move the wide receiver. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Williams from the gun on third down. He's got the tight end. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. Sticking with the run in the run-pass option, and in this situation, anything it takes to wrap up the victory. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Paul.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.